depending on the plane, because we have seen some extremely rough planes here. So changes and maybe adaptation here in the drops.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. It's time. It's going to be Miramar once again for the final time here of Phase 1 PUBG Europe League. We are heading in, and we are going to be going over to Sims and D-Man once again for all the action. Boys, it's your final Miramar. Make it count. It's the PUBG Europe League.
Here we go, match 58, and you're damn right we're going to make it count. Our last visit to Miramar in Phase 1. The Kickoff Cup, of course, awaits, and for the top 4, the FACEIT Global Summit is just around the corner. The question is, who will that top 4 be? We've seen some absolutely phenomenal performances from some of these teams and some of these players, and they were just touching on it there. Rustamar, 90 kills. That is absolutely incredible. An average of, what did they say, 3.3 kills per game. That is bonkers statistics.
He's just...
That can't be, what, 3.3? 1.3. It's got to be.
I mean,
wait,
regardless what it is, it's an absolutely...
60 games, 90 kills, but 50...
Prolific
8 games
performance, and probably one of the reasons why ENCE are all the way up there at the top, because of him and Squeaky. I mean, combined, 1983 is just insane.
Mikaz, Trifoli, anything you want to tell us?
So... now we'll probably start to play it safe, maybe.
What
maybe.
They're on the island.
Well, then talk about playing. That's how you play it safe.
Rustamar, where are you going? He's like, boys, I'm off for 100 kills. Vitality is in my sights.
This is where things start to get a bit weird and wonderful, and teams can kind of do whatever they want, to be honest with you. And you might see some weird and strange and funny adjustments.
Oh.
Circle hits on the west, so they're going to have a bit of a job to get across. Raise your edge. Decide to take up residency in Impala. G2, still with a 2-2 split as they normally do, just on the outskirts to try and pull something out the bag. We've still got 3 solid teams kicking it from Los Leones. Maybe they catch a glimpse of one another. It's the CIS teams all lingering around the same kind of path. As you alluded to earlier on, ENCE have decided to take the islands. It's an interesting play, to say the least. Because if you don't have a boat off the back, which you should have one of the little... yeah, there's a boat there. So there should be some boats kicking it around. For them, though, you could be really, really weird and wonderful here. You could actually take a boat and punch in Valdemar if you really...
It's a long boat ride.
It's a hell of a long boat ride, but it's for them, I suppose they're having fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, they are, well clear. Unless Team Liquid go and win the next 3 games, they've got it in the bag. Which we've seen. We've seen teams picking up 3 back-to-back wins, but I think it's not likely at this stage, with so many teams with honestly so much to lose and so much to win as well. We should mention, you know, Team Vitality, who had a couple of rounds, decent kills, etc. You can see they are still just outside the money, but they are only 11 points behind TSM, so certainly not beyond the realms of possibility to chase that. I think Jokers, etc., are out of touch. Jokers themselves, not been a good first 2 games for them. Don't really know what the heck was going on in the last game. They need a big performance. NIP and Wookie.
Yeah, they're starting to go a bit
Hacienda.
more aggressive on the side of TSM. Maybe they want to stop an entry point into this circle and keep it late, or it could just be an anchor point. He can now call for position, and we know that NIP have had a warning from the previous round that TSM did start to encroach on the position quite early on, so they'll go set up there and ring the alarm if they do start to homing on them. They can hold the line for now, though, and they can await G2 and TSM if they do want to push this one. Vitality, you'd expect them to springboard straight into the circle and just opt to go west. It's an easy game for them if they want to just hit the mountainside and chill. If they want to go any deeper, then you have to really run the gauntlet. Team Liquid, for them, you'd suggest that maybe they hit the mountainside like they have been doing in previous rounds. Kramer's already inside the power grid, so you can hold that back for the remnants of the Knights, unless they go for a 2-2 split again, because Drayden's across the road in the field. Kind of like the bunker stroke hangar area. Raise your edge, probably will be the last here, just because of where they are and because of how they like to play. ENCE is a weird one. I don't know. It's at the moment, it's just kind of do what you want, lads, because you've won the competition, so GG.
Yeah, that trophy, which is just in front of them, they are actually sitting at the front, right next to it, so they got their eyes on that, thinking, nice. Nice. We'll have our first phase one in the books. ENCE themselves, the organization, must be loving life because they picked up Accelerate, of course, off the back of their performance in Minsk, and they've absolutely delivered on their promises. G2 themselves, well, they've obviously moved over from Penta that they played and qualified from at Minsk, and were looking promising, but they've kind of had a risky couple of games, and it's put them, I think they went out 8th or 7th in the last matchup, so it wasn't too bad. The problem was that everybody was chasing them and around them also were in that circle and also survived longer. VOD is sat always camping him. Oh, that's dirty. Dirty. VOD nicks a kill.
And what he'll do is he'll take the car now, get his gear and just get the hell out.
The last map of Miramar, Wookiee's favourite map.
And he's dead.
And he's the first to die.
That's a big rip.
Quite
I'd be annoyed
unhappy.
at that. I'd be really annoyed.
Yeah.
It's a dirty little move, but it's also a secure move by the fact that you can just hold them. You can say where the rest of the team's going. You can watch your back for the rest of NIP. And they're playing the security game. You know, they're the ones alongside G2 that have a target painted well and truly on the back. G2, just if you haven't looked at the leaderboards, is only 7 points clear of Winstrike, which is still and 8 points clear of FaZe. This is still a really tight leaderboard.
One game. It's because G2 have barely picked any points up so far. Today they had a terrible first game going down to FaZe Clan, of course, 16th place for them. Groza being picked up by the Wanderer here. He's going to be happy. On the edge of Commissara that, down south. The circle, of course, you're aware that it has obviously gone over towards Monte Nuevo between there and El Pozo, which means a lot of teams are trying to center up between those two spots on the hills. We've seen this circle a couple of times, actually. You obviously know we've mentioned the fact that there is that unplayable area. Monte Nuevo looks to be the home for Team Liquid this time. They're looking to have a little peek around. Maybe going to try and shift to the compound just north of here, I think.
And
they actually are going to go around to Valladolid.
There might be a point where
they find a vehicle,
they exit this and then get picked up by their friends, their teammates, just in the distance. If TSM lose another one, look, Gaxy's actually just trying to.
He tried to spin him. Yeah,
literally tried to ram him.
He has as well. He's caught him. He's only going to caught him. Pops back behind his vehicle just in case. Ooh, he's taken low, but he's still taking his fight on. He's been caught by Michael. Where did Michael hit him from? Different angle. And Gaxy down, Michael down as well. Miraku caught him off guard. TSM and NIP going at it. No love lost between these, I think, after this fight. It's all points, though, for NIP at the moment, and that's what they're hunting for.
That's been tanked up pretty bad as well. MBS needs to go head-to-head here with Rory. I expect the smokes come down from Gustav, but both players have been
hit again there.
Rather hard. Literally a cactus.
Rory going for it, gets a little tag on him there. There was a kind of back-to-back tag. He's going to try and nade it, but then NBS is already on the move. He's long gone. That's how you play it. You don't stick in the same spot because you will eat that nade, and that would have been right on NBS's head, but he's shifted position, and Rory's kind of lost track of him, and well, NBS is continuing with that smoke down. Now he's spotted. Gustav catches him in that smoke. You can see there's more tracer fire going through towards him. Rory's going to come up on high, and this might actually backfire on NIP.
So MBS in the smoke, back to full health. Not Rory's got a grenade, so that'll flush him out, if not confirm him. MBS is going to just try and hold on for dear life. There isn't really a great deal he can do. Rory needs to make sure he doesn't get caught holding that grenade, though. If MBS has got his gun out, it could be trouble.
A great
That's beautiful. That's 2 down now for NIP. Where's the support? Where's the response here? They're actually heading up. Maybe. Nope, they're going to clean them. Okay,
G2 are coming behind TSM. Look at this. G2 above them. G2 have come right above TSM. Here they go. Rory gets down there. Now while TSM are in trouble. And this is gifting the points to G2. This is exactly what they needed to stay in that top 4. They turn on to VOD, of course, NIP, the team they're chasing. They are 11 points behind them in 4th place at the moment on 366 points. Chris getting tagged by Miraku, but that's about all it will be. The circle, oh my lord, that has shifted west, and that's going to cause some problems.
That's insane. Okay, so when we look at the circle, it's smack bang on the cliff face that juts out towards the east. this causes 1,000,000,001 problems. This means everyone's going to be flooding and tunneling down all these main roads because you pretty much can calculate where it's going to go. It's going to creep away now, slowly but surely, from that mountainside, and it's probably going to either fit down south or maybe just smack bang to the east. I'd say up north is probably a no-go zone. It would be a miracle if it went up north. Down south and up against the white, to be honest with you, where M19, Liquid, and the Knights are lingering, they're the best positions. Liquid have really been great here. They have just painted themselves. They have painted themselves across this map. So wherever the circle goes, they've got a foothold in it.
Miraku and Vard will back out of the exchange that happened there. G2 actually only collected the 1 kill from that. I don't think they realized TSM were maybe quite directly below them there. Either way, didn't want to risk it. I don't know, but they've gone over towards North El Pozo. Jeems in his little shack, and I expect the rest of Team Liquid to maybe join him because I think that's a perfect spot. I expect that may be the central position in the next circle. We'll see. They have M19 passing by, Red Diamonds, Vitality, and the Knights also in Monte Nuevo. They're clashing there. Remember, the Knights, they did just have a win in that last matchup. Vitality looking to try and get some points back.
Monkey knocks out Kramer. You won't be happy with that one, unfortunately. It's an early shower for him in the last game of Miramar. He will see here in phase number 1. Continuing the barrage, 6-man to Treffelli. And he'll easily get away with his life, maybe even dive out into the blue and meet his teammates who are still kicking it around. Actually, I tell a lie, the ENCE have actually gone forward. And they're inside the circle, just towards the south. M19's got a good spread on that hillside. The Jokers are on the opposing side. I
think they're probably wondering what Digital Athletics are doing down by Valle del Mar. That's probably the confusing thing for ENCE. I think, what on earth are you doing here?
This circle's absolutely brutal. You know what? Nip, actually,
they're coming in the back
might
of
get shunned on arrival here because there's what, 1, 2, 3 teams, and then raise your edge on the opposing side. They can pull up here, that's fine, but if the circle doesn't go their way, it's a decent position preemptively for where the circle could go. But 1, 2, 3 teams inside that little city with them. I mean, in essence, it should pull away, right, from Monte Nuevo. I think this circle goes south, personally.
This is a big shift. I mean, that's such a slice of ground, unplayable area on this circle. A vicious one being dealt up. I think Brendan might be up back. Just, nah, this is my special project. I'm screwing with your circles. But that's a joke, by the way.
No
Internet, before you think that's serious. Samty, just a nade coming his way. Just a little love tap from Squeaky. But Samty will be safe inside his little area. Trifoli has come in. Oh my God, he's got Digital Athletics. Trifoli right next to him again. He's sitting on the edge of the circle, effectively scouting them. Yoink. It is a south shift. You thought it might.
Yeah, I mean, when you look towards Monte Nuevo, we do know it pulls away from them.
Oh, that's going to be so brutal.
There's the hillside, which is complete denial now. In theory, the next circle, there's no water in here, but it will 100%, I reckon, it will 100% pull away from that cliff face. So this will centralize or move further to the east.
Look at the map. Look at the rotations. It is carnage. FaZe Clan coming down south. Joker's going down south. Na'Vi going south. Team Liquid trying to make a move. Everybody's just in the vehicles and bombing for a central location. I think FaZe are going to pull up on Na'Vi. Recrent's there. Mexi and ENCE see him. They just spotted him going around the back of the building. Uber's going to get around the side. Poco Molodo is coming around the side. He might be the surprise factor. He catches Uber off guard. ENCE gets taken down. Recrent gets 1. It's a trade straight away. Jokers, meanwhile, they get Sadovnik down. Recrent will get Fuzzface and flush him, and FaZe are losing numbers here. Now they're getting third-partied. Uber gets picked off by Gemty, and FaZe Clan once again caught in a bad rotation.
That nade goes through the window, doesn't manage to do it. ENCE needs to be careful from the opposing side. Mexi's back on his backside.
There's
a grenade inside. That literally could be it.
Yep.
That could be it. FaZe Clan 16th place. My God, they might just be out of the running for London.
Honestly, like, I know, I get it, right? The circle shifted south, but you cannot drive in a direct line because you're going into teams that are already there.
Honestly, I think with this specific circle, I don't think there's anywhere to go. You've literally got to throw everything up in the air and just do what you can. There's 2 main roads that pretty much go north to south. The whole of this circle is 2 veins that go through the middle. They are both bottlenecks. There's no city. There's just a cliff face and a road. You've got to hunker down, get a cabin, pray for dear life, and pick your battles and fight your battles, to be honest. Navi have come out on top of that one, but FaZe Clan, that could be it. That may have just put the nail in the coffin.
That may well be it for FaZe Clan, of course. Winstrike and the Jokers are still in with a shout. G2, though, are going to be breathing a sigh of relief seeing that happen.
That health.
They themselves have done what I would say FaZe could have done, and that is go to the hills, go to the edge. Yes, you're playing edge, but it's a safer bet than just rolling the dice and launching it into a compound that is occupied.
NIP have played this immensely safe. They got back in the vehicles and went all the way down just to below.
Edge of La Drilla.
La Drilla. TSM are also there, and they'll see Rory on the opposing side. Maybe they can finish off what they didn't at first. I mean, good job from TSM to be able to get themselves back together. They had a man down at the start, and then unfortunately lost one straight off the back from the onslaught of G2. Here comes the gauntlet. You'll see the Tracer firing up the hills we go. There is a shack for him to pull in. Circle goes their way now.
ENCE.
They can hold a
Are you serious?
Of teams in gunfight.
ENCE are like, it's all right, boys, we know where the circles are going.
Easy for ENCE.
We know where the circles are going. We've done the math. We've done the research. We've done the prep. We've seen it. You know what? They dropped on the Bleeding Islands at the start of this game.
These are their servers, and we're just playing in them. That's all it is.
I'm intrigued to see how they're going to play in a large international tournament. See how it's going to work out for them, because they have destroyed the competition here in Europe, which is refreshing, I think, to safe to say. To see someone new coming out, I don't say new, they've been around for a long time, but you know, to step up that level of performance that they have.
It's a wake-up call, right, for FaZe
for everyone,
2.
yeah. FaZe, Team Liquid, you know, NIP to an extent, obviously.
You're not looking at how you can improve your gameplay. You're looking at what do they do for their gameplay? How do they play? How can we either adapt to that or even just take something from it?
Well, you know, historically, everybody looked towards what did FaZe do, and then everybody starts copying their rotations. Now we're going to be looking at what did ENCE do to destroy us so badly. So, and you know, that's where Phase 2 comes around, and everybody's done their prep and research, and we're back, hit the wheel once again and start running that treadmill.
He'd be down.
Oh, G2 are sending it.
They might get lucky here, you know. They actually might bail into a compound that Liquid may have just left. Samty's left holding the line, but look at all these players. Brexico rams Pokemon off the back on a bike. Michael finds Cup of Magic.
Monkey's in there somewhere.
Shadow has unfortunately gone down. They'll hit the deck, runs over, beep, beep, doot, doot, bye-bye.
Oh, and G2 just absolutely destroy Na'Vi in the roadside. They know that, do they know that Monkey's there? No, they don't. Monkey's going to pop out and catch the deer in the back, and they turn straight on him, and he is getting smashed now. The G2 machine is up and running. It's actually Kemba that nicked that kill away as well for Jokers, who absolutely need something right now. They may try and destroy G2. Remember the Jokers, they are hot on the heels of G2.
Yeah, they're not too far. They have the line of sight at least with the height advantage there on the side of the road, so maybe a couple of good grenades would do the job. Winstrike, another team that was in the running, unfortunately, will be going down and getting split. And it's at the moment, it's down to Snag. Only one kill in the bag, but they're doing damage across the board. Gustav, Michael, on to Red Diamonds, on to Raise Your Edge. The answer back's there. There's a bit of response. That would mean that maybe one or two members of TSM, they are certainly bruised and battered. They're not down and out just yet. Jokers now face the might of the Germans. G2 still on this roadside again. A few grenades would seal the deal here, but M19 straight across on the opposing side of the road.
It's ENCE.
He decides to peek up over the edge, and unfortunately, if one team doesn't get you, the other one will.
ENCE, look at that Tracer fire. It's all coming down the road. It's from ENCE onto G2. They're just catching them in the roadside. They've tucked in. Is Rustamar Squeaky going to move for this? Are they going to try and get an angle? I wonder. No, because Mikas peeked a little too much. He gets caught out. Ooh. Meanwhile, TSM wipe out the Diamonds. Team Liquid doing the same to the Knights there, as they will drop into 12th place. And now Raise Your Edge running in out the blue. Nothing too unusual there. Jorski, the solo man standing for Winstrike. So this is a game that hasn't worked for them at the moment. Everything's actually going G2 and NIP's favor, because the teams that are chasing are all going out early. TSM
need to be careful there. There was one player left.
Hard shift.
So regardless of what Fast Rail does, if he goes to, oh, Michael. Oh, that's clever. Okay,
Jorski down, Winstrike out.
And it's Jempty. Team Liquid will find him.
All right.
So many Finns in this competition and so much skill amongst them. Fast rail just ahead of the game for TSM. They need to be careful they don't step on Sneck. Rory should have his number. He may have just seen him. That grenade's there. Will this be the end of Raise Your Edge on Miramar?
Where's Chempty going? He's going looking for kills. Is he on G2?
I think he's been holding that. He might be just going over to the road, to be honest. He's been holding them here for quite some time and feeding all this information, because him being set up where he is basically just acting as an outpost. He can feed all this information back to Team Liquid if there are any people encroaching on their position.
I mean, he just drove over there. He just hopped on the bike, checked out the hill, said, yep, okay, this is what's going on over there. Just got a bit of information, and then hops back on his bike and joins them. And this gives everything, all the information that Team Liquid need. Said, okay, we've got the north covered. Yeah, there's two teams fighting over there. They're going to come over this brow of this hill. Just keep your eye on that back. And Jokers and G2. Well, if Jokers can come out and top on this one, and they have been known to frag out in the past, if they can pick up some kills here on G2, definitely could turn things in their favor. This nade from Tab could be crucial. It's going to get chucked in. That's going to catch Kane, so we'll take him down. It got Udyr as well, and that is a big double knock there for Jokers. ENCE are trying to steal that kill away. The Corp breaks go in the back. Jokers get all three.
Job done. We called out earlier that they're in a really bad position, but now they have to face the next task. That's Team Liquid. Second place at the moment, currently in the standings. Jokers have already ended one life. Can they continue it through? TSM, Raise Your Edge, Team Liquid, all sitting pretty on the northern edge of the circle. Joker's about to entry point on this one. M19 dead center in the 2-2 split. Ends, they find 6 more. Still, again, another 2-2 split. Either side of the road. Half of ENCE is still in the mist, but that doesn't matter. If there's only 2 members, they'll still carry on. Individual fragging prowess, but the rest of them, the whistle has been blown, and now ENCE will regroup with a team of 4.
Oh, and look at that. It's just the third party comes in. M19 from up on high. ENCE moving around the side. NIP trying to get these kills confirmed, but it's actually ENCE that are stealing them at the moment. VOD will get that one on Iro. Mert, the last man standing, and DA have just been red zoned out of this one. That's going to be a cracking nade. That straight onto VOD, but the problem is there won't be any follow-up because he is the last man standing. And now Miraku will just wait for him to push around. Mert's going to try and push it. And Miraku's ready and waiting.
He has disengaged from this one, which is fair play. It's whether or not he could have caught him in the back. The Finns are on foot. Looks like ENCE want to make something happen here. TSM, I don't know how TSM is still alive, to be honest. I'd love to see their utility, because it must be completely wrecked. They've been down several times. They've been using smokes and grenades and pretty much just burning through fuel. Their economy should be shattered, but still, to be in the competition with 2, they've got Fast Rail is the only man basically in front of them.
ENCE have just come straight up the hill.
They don't care anymore.
Straight up the hill.
There's nothing to lose here, and they might as well just have some fun with the server.
They're about to find CrowCrowd, and Rustamar's got almost as many kills as that team combined. He is absolutely smashing it. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but he has got 90 kills. CrowCrowd on 110 themselves.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he wants to hit the 100-point club.
He does want to hit the 100-point club. That's what the desk were mentioning. Maybe he's chasing that. He's got 3 games to do it. I don't know how many he's got in this game already, but they are absolutely on fire. Look at the Jokers, though. See how close they're getting? They've got 12 points to go here to try and catch up on G2. Remember, placement points could be a big part of it, but they are getting caught, it looks like, by ENCE, and that's not the team to run into right now.
To throw up a wall of smokes. There are so many people in the distance. Set tries to get a bit greedy. In this circle, you have to be careful, okay. Whenever you see a box, you want to go get a crate. That's fair play. It does get the arm, but unfortunately goes down as soon as he picks it up.
Jokers are in trouble here. They're in real trouble. Look at Squeaky.
I don't think they realise where he's gone.
ENCE have gone on the hill, so they're looking at the top of the hill. They're getting shot from M19 and Team Liquid a little bit from the side there. Senya caught by NIP, yeah. Miraku catching him. Everybody's going to try and benefit from that one. It'll be Mikaz that will steal it away. Mikaz gets spotted. Tab will get him, but the Blue's going to finish him off. And Squeaky pops out and says, yep, that's that. Thanks. Thanks for playing. Off we go. ENCE move up the hill with 4 standing. NIP take a shot. That's a dangerous move. Don't shoot the Finns. Look at that. All of them just run at NIP.
The mountainside. Absolutely not a care in the world. Let's go, boys.
This reminds me of what we used to see from Na'Vi. This, like, you take a shot at them, the entire team turns and runs at you, and you just suddenly feel that fear descend on you, yeah.
And talk about fear descending. The Finns are about to descend on the Ninjas. All 4 of them have now pushed up the side of the hill. Team Liquid playing King of the Mountain here on the backside, but here we go. Up close, up front, up central, Mikas, Strifili, Squeaky. Initial shots come down. They do get from large. That's the opener. There will be a follow-up and a response. AKM's in hand. 2 go down. VOD, what can he do with this nade? There's the completion. 5 kills in the bag. But now VOD has to do an absolute ton of work. Look at the off angle that Rustamar's just peeked for. Grenades there. Goes over. This could be job done.
Oh, what's a nade?
Thank you very much. It's been wonderful having you on Miramar, but unfortunately your ticket's out of date. Get gone.
What a nade from Rustamar to bounce it and cook it enough to bounce on his head. On the noggin. Jempty's going to get EB back on his feet here. Jeems down low. We haven't really mentioned them, obviously. Team Liquid and so far ahead of the pack. The circle has shifted. We've had a lot of hard shifts in this circle. It's pulled, can you believe, from where it started, with Monte Nuevo in the center, it's pulled down south on the left side of La Drillera. It's unbelievable, this shift in this circle has had this turn. And, more importantly, TSM are still in there in the top 6.
They do need a big game, though. That's the only problem. It needs a huge amount of kills or a win, to be honest, to send them flying up the points board. Rustamar now turns his face and his attention to Team Liquid. 1, 2 members back-to-back. Wanderer finally gets the call of Gondor. It's time to push. He's been holding that angle for so long, but he clearly knew.
ENCE literally ran towards that. They were like, there's a fight, guys, go!
We need more kills.
Piling towards it. Rustamar's like, all right, Jeems, nade God, catch some of these. And he's going to have to run for his life and try and flank around. ENCE are hunting. CrowCrowd trying to hold the center of the point. Dream for you is the man there, but I honestly, I'll be very surprised if anyone but ENCE wins this game.
There's a vicious rumor that Squeaky's happiness feeds off of the tears of European players. And at the moment, it's coming and ringing true. Liquid down and out. ENCE. This is all it is. It's just their server time and time again. They're just non-stop.
They had 15 kills last game. They've got 11 now already. I think it was, well, 10. I'm pretty sure that just went to 11 a moment ago because they just got Jeems. But either way. Oh, Fast Rail's popped up. He's just dealt the damage. Caught Wanderer's headshot. And that may well put the damages into M19. Fast Rail will get the Wanderer confirmed. Now is he trying to get Constantine? Constantine's just going to back away from this one. ENCE moving. Rustamar is coming straight into that. He wants to steal the kills. Squeaky gets caught by Alf Blades, but he got Dream for you down at the same time. Rustamar comes behind and says, goodbye! My kills! My kills! Everything's mine! 93 kills and counting.
Oh, God. They destroyed everybody. Somebody please. Brendan, you're actually here in the event. Can you please nerf these kids?
Yeah, can we check Rustamar's pretty soon?
Good God. Okay, well, let's take a look at where we are. 4 teams alive. ENCE, they might be able to play this one, actually win it, to be honest with you, because they've got every single player still up. Rustamar's in the back lines, keeping an eye on Fast Rail, so they'll take the high ground and the low ground. They'll be on top of the mountain. The only people that really could do some damage is maybe CrowCrowd. They do have a building, so they can work with the line of sight, but still. Oh, okay, well, that's Fast Rail gone.
Look at the flank now. Rustamar north, Squeaky south. The 2 highest fraggers in the tournament. And Trifoli and Mick as the sandwich meat in between that just crushes through the middle.
I don't know if they've literally not a single care in the world, so they're just playing hyper-aggressive. Or everyone else is just so scared.
Well, we saw kind of a similar thing in Minsk, right? From these guys, from G2, once they got into that situation where they were so clear over everyone, they played with the freedom and as you say, no care in the world, literally. Just to be able to push in, have fun. Now the nades are bombing down. That has hit Michael square on. There's the second. This is a demonstration to the world that's watching. This is a team that is coming and tearing out of Europe, and they are coming for you at the FACEIT Global Summit.
There's going to be a plane ticket punched towards London with a big Finnish flag on the side. And the onslaught will continue. 2 members of CrowCrowd left. You can see the off angles that are holding. There's number 1. There's number 2. GG Nuri. The server is theirs. ENCE once again. Just